Good morning, traders. This is Ad Zeros. How are you guys? Good morning, Nick. Good morning. How was your yesterday? We'll appreciate, guys. Give us thumbs up. SPY looking crazily strong. Trying to make all-time high now again. The all-time high is a 425.42. Right now in the 424.65. Even whole day yesterday was very strong, and then after a while, it's just pulled back a little bit. Again, gapping up today. Very nice green. Get good, Nick. Good. Uh, yeah, way to go, right? And then we have Nasdaq really going up, moving all-time highs, touching 350. What a beautiful ride from 200 and 200, 195 to $350. Woof, in 1.5 year, 2 years almost. Beautiful. So market is really strong, but unfortunately, this is a slower days. There's no big list of gapping up or gapping down stocks. So let's quickly check the scanner, what I have for gapping down first. All right, so for gapping down, there's a beautiful two stocks are gapping down, which one is this BIIB, uh, sudden jump in the pricing from 290 to 470, and then consolidated for a few days, and now it is gapping up and maybe wanted to come down and cover the gap. And if you look at it now, in the 5 minute chart, it came down one-sidedly, a little pullback, again came down and found the support on the 338. So, you know, there's no support because it's all gap. There's a big gap here, and the 308 until I think 309, there is a big gap. So it's a big gap to fill, but who knows who's gonna fill. So let's look at some prior years support around this area. So in this is a weekly chart, and if you look at it in the 2020, February, March, and April, the stock was trading around 344. So this seems like an important support here, 344. And so I will definitely 344 is a beautiful support on the way back on the 2020. Other support I see is here on the 328, but I don't think so is the stock gonna go that far down, but who knows, right? So let's mark this as well. And and in terms of the resistance, I see the resistance on around 360, but that is the only resistance we see. We can also mark this 350. 350 also could be an important support. So here we go now. If you look at the weekly five intraday chart, this is what we have on intraday level. We see some kind of a resistance on the 355 as well. So let's mark this as well. So this is going to be a range between 355 to 340, and we'll see from there that how does it go. The next one I have is a red. Let me just delete the yesterday ones, and then we can just add that. Okay, so next one we have a red, and let's look at the red. And if you look at the daily chart of the red, uh, it moved up to $23, came down today, and right now it is trading on the $18 mark. If you look at it, just keep coming down with the volume. So it's really nice, bearish. So I think there should be some certain catalyst or news. I don't know what is that, but let's find out the support around that area, around the 18. Uh, so very beautiful. First support I see is around June 26, around 765, and that's exactly the support also hold it in the pre-market. The next, support we have is around the 1730, which is a whole number, and the resistance we can find around 1854, and I can also even mark 1821. So if you look at now the intraday chart, it look like this is the congested area between the 17 to 1854. The bigger resistance we have in the 1982, and then this was a support which is broken on around 1888. Guys, feel free to give a thumbs up and say good morning on the chat so I know who is joining. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask any questions. So red is also looking really nice, almost 11% down. So it's really a nice stock to trade. The next, I don't have any other in the gapping down. Guys, do you guys have anything on the gapping down listing? Do you see anything? Let me know and we can look it together. Uh, I see one more, but doesn't have that much volume, which is the DQ. I never traded this symbol. Let's check it out on the DQ. Uh, go from here. And DQ is moving back from 130 to 51, losing this $50 support. The next support I see on the 48, almost 10% down. Uh, the next support is in 38, and definitely the resistance we can see is around 54. And let's look at the intraday chart. How does it look like? Intraday is I think after market hours it fell from 58 to 49, moved back up, and now in consolidating close to the higher lows of the yesterday after hours. So we'll see what it happens, but I don't think so. It's a Dairy Queen. I think this is let me see what is the name of this company. This is the uh, New Energy Corp. Daku New Energy Corp is a Chinese semiconductor and material company. Okay, so we'll keep this as in the secondary list. We'll see how we're gonna do that. Let's look at the CLOV. What is happening? CLOV is 4% up. Let's look at the daily. Uh, so yesterday, it was just a doji. Today is gapping up. I think the real test would be that does it hold the 14, and right now it seems like it's holding the 14 level on the pre-market. And the next resistance, what we see is on the 1551, and then 1618, and of course the pre-market high would be the 1466. Let's see the intraday, how does it trading. So if you look at it, after hours, it moved up. Even around 6:37, it moved up and then sharply came down, closed the gap, and now it is close to the same area where the so it is trading at the same area now. So I don't know which direction it's gonna go, but you need to, you know, watch out for the market to open to see that where it is goes. It can be just like yesterday, moving up and down, right? Uh, and the last run it gave in the after hours before the market closes between $13 to $14, and then just again when came back to 1365. So it could be a sideway action as well. So we need to see. We need to wait for the market to open. Let's quickly check the gapping up stocks. There's not many gappers today. So next one we have is LLY. LLY I think is a Lululemon. You know, it is a yeah, is a Lily company. Is a fashion, is a healthcare company. Uh, and right now we see here, uh, it was really strong in the June. It moved from 200 to 235. Right now it is gapping up another 7% and is close to the, I think this is all-time high resistance. Let's quickly check. I think this is all-time high resistance. Yeah. So this is the whole all-time high resistance on the 30, 238, 238, 235, and 232, and then the other one is the 226. And if you look at the 5-minute chart, uh, right now it is just holding that level around 232, but it's not doing much right now. Maybe once the market open, we'll see whether it gives some kind of a momentum to us or not. So I'm just put into secondary list now. So far we don't have anything interesting today. So let's look at the grub. So grub is right now 3% up. Where is that? What's happening here? Oh, this is the gap down and then gapping up. Is this the way it is doing? That's why it doesn't show me the charts. Do you see the similar chart on your screen? Yeah, I think this messed up day. There is a one messed up day on maybe June 4th. I don't know what happening here. Why is so messed up? Yeah, this is the day. So on the June 4th, I think it's dropped from $60 to $18. So right now it is gapping up, but it is gapping up after dropping almost uh, half of the person, half of the stock's value, more than half of the stock value. So I don't know. Uh, let's look at the run in SPWR. So SPWR is really look interesting. Hold the 20 support, move up, and breaking out right now on the daily level, which is a 2788. So let's look at it. I think this look interesting. Um, it is okay. So I think for my scanner to work, I always look for 250,000 volume minimum. That's why I didn't pick. But as a volume wise, it's 3.1 percentage wise 3.1. but we don't see a good volume here. But definitely, if you look at the daily is really interesting. If it hold the 28 level, the next resistance is on 28.73 and this one. So I definitely going to put into my short list. I'm going to put this. This is going to be an important one. So let me just add few lines here. And LLY uh, is going to be secondary, and the DQ is going to be secondary. So just remove from this. Okay, so let's look at the run. So run is also looking beautiful, but the run has a close by resistance on 57. So SPWR looks better than the run. Run is already had a good run in the last few days and has a resistance on 57.91. Let's look at the JKS. JKS doesn't look good. Uh, it moved from 40 when we were looking at it to 47. Now it came down. Maybe today is a day. It's going to be a red to green day for JKS, but who knows? Right now, let's avoid that. What about the plug? Let's look at the plug. Plug was very strong yesterday. Yeah, so plug is also making a very nice bull flag, close to breaking out. Volume is also nice. Let's look at the how uh, intraday it is trading right now. So looks good. So let's mark the plug as well, because this is going to be an interesting level. If it's break this 34 20, you know, this area, if it's break this previous high 20, 34.25, we might see a resistance on 34.40, but then there is no resistance after that until 36. So plug can be an interesting play. Uh, uh, for us, already gapping up, market is strong, but it is going to be a breakout trade. uh, SPWR is also breaking out trade. So run is close to resistance, because if those are going to break out, maybe this run is also going to break out. So all three is going to be breaking out. So if market is not going to strong, then we might not see any breakout. Let's look at the other stocks I have. Grab, you looked at it. LLY, CLOV. The next is the BBY. So BBY is looks good, going over $31, holding this $30 support. And the next resistance what we see is on 32. Okay, so let's look at the deal intraday. If you look at it, volume is good, 400,000 shares moving up, making waves. Nice bull flag. Intraday has a nice support on 1374. So I will also list this as well, because we don't have that many stocks. So that's all I have. That's all I have for a scanner. Let's see some other scanners if we can find. Space is going further up, touching 41 already. A bit extended, but it's just moving up. Let's check this as well. ASAN. Right now it's close to flat, and I think if it's going to break this 58 level, it could be an interesting move down. Because if you look at the yesterday price action, uh, so stock went up, hold that 60 level, then couldn't hold it, came down, touched the 58.44, 58.20, moved back up and came down. So this 60 is important resistance, and then 58.37 is going to be an important support. So this is going to be an important support here. Uh, so if it's break this, then we might see some rundown or maybe the crash which we were expecting earlier. We can see, look at it pre-market. Pre-market came down all the way to 56 and then moved back up. So we need to see that whether it move above the 60 or stay within the 60. So I will just mark ASAN. The other one is the VIAC. VIAC is really strong yesterday after 2:30. It's a good volume came in. Right now it is above the previous support and after our resistance. So if it's break this 42.20 area, 42.40 area, it could be a good run, good long towards the higher side move. There's a lot of room here. So I will also shortlist this as well. So VIAC and ASN in addition to the gappers list. All right, guys. Any other stock you want me to look at it? Any other questions? If not, then go green. And yeah, and don't forget to check out the promotions. There are some promotions going on. I am uh, bringing some how to build your trade book courses. And if you also wanted to advance your trading and wanted to trade one-on-one with me, reach out to me. I'm gonna share some promotional packages with you if you guys interested in advancing your trading. We really appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up and share uh, with your colleagues. Let's see CLV. I think I see. Oh yeah, is look at the uh, time and sell here on my screen. So oh my goodness, sudden volume came in. So sudden volume came in. Wow, look at the 500 shares. So that's good. This was I was talking about. It was a congested area. Now, if you look at it, it's holding the 14 in the pre-market, broke the 14 pre-market. Now we need to see that whether what it has happened because right now 20 minutes left in the pre-market to close. We need to see what happens then because sometimes the stocks if run too much in the pre-market, you might not see you know rerun in the after hours too. So let's see. You look at it, just three candles and almost 1.5 million shares, and from 14.23 to $15. Okie dokie. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. And if I do some good recaps, I will then post it. And if you interested in learning day trading and have interested in doing a day trading with me, reach out to me. Thank you.